All right, so when it comes to bridging, it's going to be kind of the same thing. And first of all, we want to think about our range of motion when we're bridging. If I'm like this, and yes, I have wrestled with guys, and they get on the bottom and they're just, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to fucking break your arms. You're not going to be able to get away from me because your legs are laying flat on the ground. It's just, this is a recipe for disaster, guys. Please don't do this. When you get on the ground, if somebody is coming up on top of you, I am praying for dear life. My elbows are in. I'm actually a little bit more concerned about my elbows than I am about my hands, but I do want my fingertips to be having a conversation with each other, right? I don't want to be out like this because it becomes very easy to have my arms separated from my body, and then I can get armbar, kimura, and all kinds of shit. I don't want to be hugging my opponent to me. For one, that's going to put more pressure on my chest. It's going to gas me out faster. And especially if they know how to put pressure on me, yeah, it's not going to do me any good. The other thing is that when you hug somebody to you, this arm that's away from them, so I'm pretending like you guys looking at me right now are the person on top, this is the arm that's in the most danger. I'm not saying that this arm isn't, right? There's a step over armbar, there is a scarf shoulder lock here, there's all kinds of shit that if somebody's next to me, they can totally hit. So when I am stuck on the bottom, you know, first of all, I'm engaged, right? If I want to be mobile, again, just like what I said in the last video, I would probably be trying to get as little contact off the mat as possible. So I've got, you know, space under my ass, I've got space under my shoulders, and then I can start to move, right? I might not do that right away when I get stuck on the bottom, because if I've already lost the battle, so I have been shrimping, I've been trying to create a frame against them, they're trying to pin me down, back down and flatten me out. I'm not going to, you know, usually immediately go, okay, you got me. But when I feel like somebody is going to really flatten me out and I'm not going to win this battle, right? I would rather stick around and win the war. So I might relax here for a second, let them get settled in, because at this moment in time, you know, the moment to defeat their past has already passed, right? So I want to just think about being defensive. So I'm going to bring my elbows in tight. I'm going to pray for dear life. And then, I can't do it very well with this knee, right? If I could, I would be bringing it a lot closer into my hips as I could. So I'll go ahead and spin around. So, you know, if I can get, you know, very, very close here, that's going to give me a lot more bridging power. So if I want to bridge into somebody for that side control escape, right? I walk my feet closer and I angle in so that I can have that really, really strong bridge here, right? So bridge in, pull my knee back in, create that knee shield, and then start to work towards pulling my guard. But you know, this is the same thing for mount. It's going to be the same thing for anything. So if I'm going to bridge, the closer my foot is to my ass, the more power I can get. So you guys can just practice this even with just a straight up bridge. I'm going to keep my chin tucked so I don't get too much pressure on my neck, and I can come up high. Now one of the things about a bridge is if for whatever reason my foot was not close to my ass, I can do a double bridge, right? So I bridge once and you saw that my foot slid in, right? That's super critical. It goes in and even further in still. And that's going to allow my hips to get a lot higher. It's going to give me a lot more power to that bridge. Now, we do, as part of a warm-up, we would be coming here. So my shoulders and my hips are off the mat. I'm getting my feet in as close as I possibly can. And then I put all my weight on this shoulder. So I've got a tripod here. Shoulder, foot, foot. And then I hit that diagonal. And I'm thinking about getting my hips as high as I can. You can do it more explosively than I am. I'm still guarding my knee a little bit. But really, really trying to think about, okay, maybe you practice coming up and then hitting that twist. Or you go both in, right? Or you go straight up. Either way, we're working on developing that glute power. We're looking at developing that lower back strength so that you can keep that nice plank as you come up. Everything that you can to try to get a stronger, more explosive bridge over time.